Joe Burrow watch continues. Get the latest on Joe, hear from the Bengals star quarterback, plus what Zac Taylor had to say and my observations from Thursday's practice. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com here at Paycor Stadium, where Burrow Watch, Calf Watch, whatever you want to call it, is officially on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for the latest Bengals news, reaction, coverage all season long right here on CBT. And I just came from practice a little bit ago. The Bengals obviously resuming practice today, a day later than normal because of the Monday night game against the Rams. And Joe Burrow walked out to practice. And when I posted that video on social media, I think a lot of people were excited. You see him put on the white helmet. He had that calf sleeve on his right leg. But walking-wise, I think he looked pretty normal. And then you go into practice, and we knew ahead of time, and you'll hear from Zac Taylor coming up in a second, but we knew ahead of time he wasn't going to be a full participant. But we didn't see him do much of individual drills. He went through the stretching session that they normally go through before practice. He also warmed up with Ted Karras, which the quarterbacks usually do. But during the open media portion of practice, and it's just part of it, we didn't see much from Joe Burrow. He stood there, had his helmet on, walked around. He did throw passes, to be clear, but it was during a non-video portion of practice when he was working with Ted Karras. It's not like we saw him go through his traditional throwing routine. That doesn't mean a ton. I think my instant reaction is pretty simple. Obviously, you want him to rest. You want that calf to heal. You also want him to test and see where he's at. Zac Taylor described him as really sore. So I'm not shocked at all that this is what we saw on Thursday. We'll continue to monitor Burrow Friday, certainly Saturday, up until game time. And let's get to Burrow, because Burrow talked after practice. Here's what he had to say about the calf injury and really all the questions that he fielded about the challenge of potentially playing on Monday night. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
There's reports, I know Zac has mentioned it too, that you've improved some over the past couple of days. How have you improved?
Just feeling better. Not as sore. Time heals, so we'll see.
You feel like you'll be able to play Sunday?
We'll see.
What were you able to do today in practice?
I was out there. We'll see.
We've seen you wear the compression on the leg from time to time. What does that do for you as you're trying to nurse the calf? What's the process of having that?
Just limits swelling. That's all it does.
When you look back on week 2, how do you feel like you played?
Yeah, I felt good about it. It came down to the red zone interception. Other than that, I thought I played really well. But when you take points off the board like that, it's going to be tough to win. So you can't have those, and that's the main takeaway.
How important is it for you, Joe, to, when you're out there on the field, to be able to do everything you want to do as opposed to having a limited repertoire because you're nursing something?
Yeah, you got to be able to adapt. That's part of the game. Nobody's 100% healthy out there. Everybody's dealing with something.
Do you have to be a full participant in practice at all this week to play? Like, is that a goal for you that needs to happen, or are you okay without necessarily doing that?
I wouldn't say that's the case. I feel good about where I'm at, and I feel good about the progress I've made. I wouldn't say that needs to happen.
How much is the extra day a factor here?
Yeah, that's big. That's what gives you hope.
What do you need to feel, or what do you need to be able to do even if you don't practice full? What do you need to be able to do at practice throughout these next couple of days to feel confident going into Monday night?
Just feel confident that I would be able to go out and do the job that I need to help us win. I don't know. We'll see.
How do you balance the, big game on Monday versus, long season? How do you balance those two things as you make that decision?
Yeah, that's that may not be my decision to make. My job is to go out and play. That's what I'm preparing to do.
Have there been any conversations about just shutting it down for a few weeks and just giving it extra time to heal? How much does that kind of enter your mind?
No, there haven't been any discussions like that. We're kind of taking it day by day.
So mindset-wise,
you're planning on playing Monday.
Yeah.
That's your goal.
I'm preparing like I'm going to go out and play a Monday Night Football game. Whether that happens, I don't know, but I'm going to be prepared to.
How much of this coming back for you is going to be whenever you come back? Mental as much as physical, knowing that you don't want to retweak it, you don't want to have those things, have that in your head as you're trying to play a game that requires you to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing what's important, and I think, when you're out there, I'm not really thinking about it. You think about it throughout the week, you think about how you can get better, but once you're out there, you're not really thinking about it.
Y'all have not dropped 3 straight since 2020, the rookie year. Why do you feel like y'all have been able to avoid losing that many games and able to bounce back after 2 defeats?
We just take it week by week. I think that's why we've been so good. And if you're looking too far in the future or too far in the past, you're not going to be able to focus on the present. And I think that's what we've done well. That's what we're going to continue to do. We just got to be 1-0 this week.
You got to watch the Super Bowl, I guess, this week because that's who you play. Have you watched it much for this week?
Yeah, I mean, when you play a team that has the same scheme as before, obviously year to year changes and tweaks here and there, but you go back and watch it.
Anything go through your mind when you watch it?
Yeah, you obviously wish you would have won.
Anything stand out?
Well, they had really good players. I mean, you see, so did we. It's a lot of talent on that field.
If given kind of the record, does that play a role in how much you're kind of pushing to come back? I mean, is there probably a greater sense of urgency given the fact that you are 0-2 to start the year?
It's in my head for sure. I'm thinking about it.
Last year, when you guys started 0-2, you sat up there, I think you said, everybody relax, we're going to be fine, or something like that. How tough is it balancing the calf now, along with the 0-2 and kind of navigating it?
Yeah, it's obviously tough whenever you have an injury. When you start 0-2, that's obviously not ideal. But that's adversity of the season. That's the ups and downs of the year. The teams that come out on top at the end of it are going to be the teams that handle that adversity the best. You can't let it snowball on you. That's what we've done in the past. And if you go back and look year to year, the teams that are still in it at the end, everybody has adversity at some point in the year. Everybody stinks at some point, according to the media. So we're just going to sit here and continue to get better. We're going to have good practices. We're going to take it week by week, and that's all you can do.
What kind of support do you give Will and Jake, obviously, and how much confidence do you have in Jake, given how much you worked with him during the preseason, that if you can't go, you're going to take care of the job?
Yeah, Jake's prepared. He's as prepared as I've ever seen him. He practices really hard, prepares in the film room really hard. So I have all the confidence in the world in him if I'm not able to go.
So we'll see. I think that's where we're at as a we'll see. I've said this on Locked On Bengals. I think I would be surprised if he played on Monday night at this point, but that could change. And that could change because you never want to count out a guy like that. You never want to just assume that he's not going to heal. He may heal and be better than expected, than anticipated. And if that happens, then I could certainly see him playing. Monday night is a huge, huge game. But if it's not Joe Burrow, it will be Jake Browning. And before we dive into Jake Browning on this channel, and we will, but before we do that, let's give it a little bit more time, like the Bengals are as well, because they certainly are hoping number 9 is out there on Monday Night Football for the white Bengal game, which those new uniforms, we know it. They're slick with the white helmets. There's no denying that. And that said, let's get to what Zac Taylor had to say about Joe Burrow's injury, and then I'll have some other thoughts as well about the challenge of playing on Monday night and my thoughts on this entire picture moving forward. Here's Zac Taylor.
You have an update on Joe's status?
No, not yet. Just taking it day to day right now.
Will he practice full today?
We'll see. I doubt it'd be full if he's out there, but we'll see. It's, soreness is an issue right now, and so giving him some time is best. And so that's all I'll say about today.
How much of it is, for the game, the medical staff's call versus Burrow's call, considering it's, a little bit of a soft tissue injury?
Involves everybody.
How difficult is it, Zach, for you and Brian on a week like this when there is a degree of uncertainty, coming up with game plan, practice reps, who takes which reps of practice?
It's part of the business. You're always preparing all your guys. You're always preparing your backup quarterback no matter what. And so, again, this week we're afforded an extra day, which is a positive. And we'll see how the practices go.
Brian, defer to you in terms of how that rotation might look this week. Would you like to share who's going to do what?
Take it day to day, and we'll assess it each day.
Would you like to see Joe practice at all between now and Monday if he were to play?
That would be ideal.
What's the biggest concern as he deals with soreness, and how much workload you try to give him throughout the week to get ready for a game?
Concern? I think we just got to keep the conversation going every day and see where he's at.
I would be surprised if he's able to suit up. And if Joe can go, I think he will go. I think they will give him every chance to improve to that level, to that point. I just think you look at it, soreness. We know he's not doing much in practice as of Thursday. He's sore. He's probably getting treatment around the clock, which I've said it should be the plan. And who knows? Maybe he surprises some. You never want to count out high-end elite athletes. That you just don't. I think the Bengals, one, they're going to give him time to show it. But two, they want to just make sure that there is no chance of that. And then the other part of this is gamesmanship. And I wonder how much of it is gamesmanship with the Rams. You want the Rams to prepare for Joe Burrow. Even if deep down they know that Jake Browning is going to play or going to start on Monday night, you want the Rams to prepare for number 9. And that part of it is why, and I asked Zac Taylor about that, do you want this to be a game-time decision? Are you willing to extend it to that point? And he said, we'll just take it day to day, normal Zac answer. But I do think it's interesting because there's gamesmanship involved there. And so we'll see. We'll see how Burrow progresses, how his designation is, or what his designation is injury-wise on Friday, certainly Saturday, and then obviously for the game Monday, we'll have your inactives 90 minutes before the game at allbengals.com. We'll have our normal pregame report and everything like that right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So TBD, we'll see. Now you know what Joe Burrow had to say. You know what Zac Taylor had to say. We're going to have you covered all season long, certainly all week long, leading up to Monday night. So for Andrew Fox-Miller, our channel coordinator, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for subscribing right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk.